how does the flex of the new Platiunum Cool compare to the Noodler's Ahab Nibs? Does it take more or less pressure to get line variation? Okay, so I did a review on the Platiunum Cool. I've done some past videos on the Noodler's Ahabs and the Conrad and the Nib Creeper. I don't find that there's much of a difference between the Ahab, Conrad, and Nib Creeper in terms of the degree of flex and stuff like that. I feel like the Ahab and the Conrad, because the pens are a little bit bigger than the Creeper, flex a little easier, but the actual performance of the nib themselves doesn't get any wider or narrower with how you're pressing. I did find that the Cool, keep in mind the Cool is not technically a flex pen. It just has a nib that has some flexibility to it, and I was kind of clear about that in the Platiunum Cool video. So the Platiunum Cool itself does not flex as well or as much as the Ahab or the Conrad. It doesn't flex quite as wide, it doesn't write quite as wet. It does have quite a bit of line variation for a conventional fountain pen, which is how the pen is marketed. So I would say if you want a pen for flexing primarily, go with the Ahab or the Conrad. You're going to get a higher ink capacity in those, you're going to get a bigger nib, it's going to be more intended for flexing on a regular basis. If you want a pen that's going to be primarily used for conventional writing, but you just want to flex it every now and then, that might be where you'd want the Cool. So that's kind of where I'd say the Cool doesn't flex quite as much as the Ahab does, but it's got some other advantages to it. So hopefully that helps you out. And as far as the pressure goes too, I feel like the Cool requires a little bit more pressure than the Ahab, which is why it's a little bit better as a conventional pen. And it's available in 2 nib sizes, a fine and a medium. So the fine gets a little finer than the Ahab does. So maybe that's worth something to you.